Welcome to PitCia IT. Long time ago, I have created one video based on SAP installation step by step. And in this video, I have targeted SAP installation of SAP ECC6 with EHP6 version. After installation, and there are lots of people are requesting me before releasing this video. They want to know how to SAP install, what is the prerequisite, and after installation, what we have to do. And even there are lots of people are like that. They even never ever seen how to install SAP after lots of years spending in the industries, because in the SAP industries, SAP installation only one time, or might be the some upgradation activity going on at that time. This chance people are getting, otherwise they are not getting any chance like that. So after recording this video, I have received a lots of positive response from the people. And due to this video, even today, after almost 2 years or 3 years, after 3 years, there are people still they are watching this video, and they are trying to install SAP, how to do that. And on this video, I have provided media also. So now the other request parallel I also have received, please make this video, same video, in the English language, because at that time I released this video in Hindi language. So now today I am going to same video but in the English language. So one thing I want to confirm here, again, SAP installation is difficult even for me, because this is the long time taking activity, and lots of efforts required. So here what I am doing, same video I am just going to step by step with the live same activity, but I will explain in the English language. So this video will help to you to understand, and if you want to install from the scratch, then it will be help. So let's get started. So this is the video at that time I recorded, and that is my screen. So I am just recording the old my video same. Now here what I have to do, I am just explaining. I have taken SAP ECC6 EHP6 export, and I have taken Sybase database, and SWPM version. But SWPM at that time not required, so I just used the ECC6 version. Okay, so here what setup I have mentioned. And one more thing, before any SAP installation starting, it is required some prerequisite at operating system level. And after installation, before installation, we have to do some changes. Those changes are mandatory. If you are not following the prerequisite activity, then 100% chance you will not able to successfully installation, and you will get definitely stuck in the middle of the somewhere. So now what prerequisite and what version which I have mentioned. So first up, will require any operating system. For any SAP installation, you require operating system. So in SAP installation, you require must be server OS only. Either if you are taking Windows Server OS, or if you are planning any Linux and Unix, then it should be a server OS. So here I am installing at my home system, so I am taking Windows Server OS. Now the one more thing I want to clear. There are lots of people are asking, is it possible to install in the Windows 7, Windows 10, Windows 11, which is a regular version of the Windows operating system? Yes, you can install, but with this installation, you need virtual OS using server OS, because without server OS, is it not possible? Okay, but now the another question. People are asking, shall we install with virtual OS, or shall we install the server OS? So I strongly recommended use server OS in your system instead of VMware. Now why? Because in our personal system or home system, we have a limited setup like 8 GB RAM or 16 GB RAM, or a processor if it's i7 or might be a parallel. So if you are installing with the virtual OS, means your system require two operating system. First itself your regular OS, and the another virtual OS. So in this time, your system will take much more load compared to regular OS. So also the Windows Server OS is now renovated, and Windows Server OS provide same user experience whatever you can get in Windows 7, Windows 9, Windows 10 or Windows 11. In the Windows Server OS, you can get all the things whatever you in a regular OS, like a multimedia experience. You can get it, Wi-Fi operating, Wi-Fi, all the drivers, everything. So I strongly recommended Windows Server any version 2012, 2016, 2019, but I prefer 2016 or above. 2019 you can take, but don't go like 2012, because if you get any error, then it could be a difficult to chance get any solution on the old version of the Windows. Another say what version we have taken, SAP ERP ECC6. Here we have taken Sybase database, which is the SAP own database, and Sybase version is 15.07. Okay. Now, along with this, we need to install Java also in the same system, because in the old SAP ECC6 require Java for start the installation. Okay, so here this is our media which is we have taken. Okay, now the first step, here we have already told Java and everything whatever we require. Now I am just showing. Okay. Now the first thing you have to do in the prerequisite, set your operating system name like a computer name. Here I have taken SAP India, so you can take any name, but make sure this name should be not more than 13th character, 1 3, and the try to keep simple name, don't like any some special character or something like that, otherwise it will be difficult to you. So just set it like simple name. Okay, so first requirement is just set operating system name below 13 character, not more than 13. This is mandatory. If you give 14 or 15 character, then system will gives an error. So first requirement is install set the name with 13 character only. Okay, now how you can set it, just go into the right click property in the same step, and just here come out. And one more thing, this prerequisite you have to do before starting installation, because after changing the name, system will ask to restart. So before starting installation, you have to perform this activity, because after this system will restart. Okay, now the another thing you have to follow, set the swapping space. So what is the swapping space? When you install, where your installation is going on, system take number of files and number of objects into the in the swapping space. So if your system is not enough with swapping space, then your system will your SAP installation will be stuck. So here you set must be a 20 GB or above, like a 21 20 through any two, but minimum 20 GB swap space you require. So now how to set it, just go into the right click property and advanced system setting. You can just check this, click on the advanced system setting, then click on the performance tab, then you have to click on the setting. Here now you click on the advanced. Now just click on the virtual memory. So here I have already set it down, because why? Because after setting this, system require reboot. So before starting installation, you have to set it. So once you open same option in your system ticked the already automatically manage paging file. So you need to remove and the set the drive space in. Here I have setting in the D. Make sure whatever drive you are taking in same drive, like if you are installing installation you want to do in the D drive, then you have to set swap space in a D drive. If you are going to take E drive, then you have to take set in E drive. Okay, so here I have just taken 20 GB. Now what you have to do, just select and just click on the set button and then OK. So after OK, system will reboot. Now the third step is you need to install Java. Why Java? Because in the SAP ECC6 EHP6 version, you need to open SAP INST for starting the installation. So SAP INST without Java support, it was not working. Nowadays, new system SWPM working, but old SAP INST was not working. So you need to install Java separately. So here, this is the file we are going to install. This is the Java. This is a simple installation, nothing, same regular. After Java installation, you have to set the path. So for path setting, what you have to do, just open the installation directory. Now go into the same property. Then you have to click on the advanced. Now you have to go into the environment variable. In environment variable, you have to double click on the path. Then you have to just click on, sorry, not path. You have to just create a new directory java underscore home. And you mentioned the values of the variable. So which values which we have already installed in the Java path. Okay, then click here and now go click on the path. The same path, double click. Here you have to give a new entry. Now you have to take the same path which we have installed from here. Take the bin. Then just go click here new and OK. Now after this, how to check is it successfully installed Java or not? You just open the command prompt and just type the Java C. If any output come, then it means your Java successfully working. If Java command like internal command not found, it means you have done some mistakes. So you have to just check the steps and you have to do. So now just enter like path. This type of output should come. It means you have successfully installed Java and set the path. Now the main thing, we have to start the SAP installation. So before this, what we have to do in the prerequisite, first set the your computer name, which is not more than 13 character. The second one is set the swap space. Swap space minimum required 20 GB. What is the third phase? We have to install Java. Now one more thing I want to just add here. Number of people are asking what is this hardware requirement. So I strongly recommended take system which have 8 GB or more RAM. Don't take installation with before don't take if you have not more than 8 GB RAM. If you have 4 GB 6 GB, then it will not work. So just try to take 8 or 12 GB RAM where processor should be i5 or more than or equivalent i5 related. Then and operating system is already I have told you require server OS. Now first what we have to do, this is the SWPM 1.0 folder which we have taken and the service pack 003. Now one more thing, this is old version. So in this one will not get any SAP Launchpad or support pack. Okay. So if you want, then either you have to take from someone else or I have already provided this media on the another video link. So you can check it from same and you can download. Now whenever you install or whenever you download any file from the SAP, the file format look like this. The one file is the 1 KB file, if you can check it. This is the supported file. This is the main file, not SAR. Now the most important, what is the SAR? SAR is nothing but archival format. It's like suppose zip file, 7-zip, RAR file. So SAP have its own archive format. So it's called SAP archive. Now how to archive this file? If you think if this is a SAR file and archival, then you can use any archival tool. No, here you have to use specific SAP car file extension like 7-zip or zip file. Here you need to download this SAP car file from the SAP support market and then put in the same folder whatever you can see in the video. Now before starting, make sure if you are opening the administrator command, then it should be administrator, not like another. Okay. Now how to do? This is the standard file name. This is the file name. You can change any file name. This is the standard program of SAP. This is not command. Okay, this is the exe file. So here you can check in the steps. SAP car, this is the name of file. Then command is hyphen xvf. X means extract, vf means verbose file. Verbose file means this is the file. Okay, now what you have to do, either you can mention the file name .star, or you can just give star dot star. So after star dot star, once you enter here, you all files automatically should be, you can look like in the extraction mode. Now just checking, I am just going to enter. Now just checking here, the runtime, you can check the files. Now the process is running. This takes some time because there are lots of files and lots of packages in this system. Now you have to just exit from the command prompt. Now you can get the SAP INST. This is our installation. In the new version now it's opening browser based, but this is the old system desktop support version. So it will open in the desktop screen, not like browser. Just click on the right click administrator, and then your system will open the SAP INST screen like that. The nowadays it's come like in browser based. The if you want to check browser based, and recently my video you can check it, SAP ECC6 with EHP8 installation with media, you can check it the new version. Now here you have to select the appropriate path. Okay, one more thing I want to include, this is the ECC6 with EHP6 source, and all the installation media I have already provided and released for public. So after watching this video, you can follow the same path and you can start the installation of your own system for learning as well as practice. Now after starting, you can get the name here. Here you can check their PC name, and this is the IAP INST installation. SAP INST means installation administrator. This is the framework like SAP NetWeaver. Now just follow the steps, which option we need to select. So here we have to just expand ECC6, ERP6, and which database we have taken? Sybase. So click here, Sybase and Central System. Then we will click on the double click. For some time it will take a time because this is a very big installation. Now the first screen you can get it typical and custom with for what parameter you require. So if you are in industry, then definitely you will select custom, but if you are installing it home or practice purpose, then you can go with the typical option. So now the another option, another question, what is the meaning of typical and custom? In typical, you cannot get much more customization like a database size and a database temp and whatever parameter you need to set. But in custom, you can get all the options, but it will be a more complicated. So if you are doing installation for home system or personal system or first time, then I would recommend it go with typical. So in the typical, you will get the minimum options to maintain the parameter. So here we will go into the typical mode. Now the another, whenever you're doing any installation, after this selection, system will give you a message to require log off, because this is the policy of SAP. Before starting this SAP installation, system will log off. So after log off, once again login, system will start resume your installation same whenever it last leave. Okay. Now after click, how system start? So after the log off, system will start like that. You don't need to again go and start the installation. It will automatically open the all the pop-ups. Now after this, after log off the system and auto login, now you will get the screen. Here you have to give the SID. What is the meaning of SID? SID means system identification number. So a system identification. So here I am going to give the name of SMM. You can give any name. Now the another option, what is the drive? Which drive we need to install? So we are going select in the D drive. So here you can check. We have already set the swap space. Here you can get it. Total size is 102, but only 16 to 17 GBs are occupied. So now why? Because we have already set the swap space. So you cannot get any file, but it will automatically occupy. Now you just go after drive selection. Make sure the installation you require two drives. In another drive will use for databases or database software installation. Then here what you have system asking domain name. So if you are in an industries, then you have to give the domain like smm.com, yeah, or might be the abc.com, but we are using personal system, so we will not select this option because we don't require domain because we are using in the home system. Now this is the master password. This password you must be remember, else after if you forgot this password, then you will not able to log into the system. So make sure you just after typing the password, just keep in the one notepad file for the after installation you need to use it. Otherwise you will not able to log in. So here you have to give the password, and this is the master password. So once after SAP successfully installed, you need to give same password in database login, SAP system first time login. Your Windows automatically create 3 to 4 logins. SID ADM, SYB ADM. So at the all the IDs password will be the same master password. So you need to remember. Now the first is media selection. In the new system media selection is different, but this is the old system. So in old system you can get layout like old type. There's nothing any issues. Here what system asking UC kernel. So this is the system asking the kernel file. So now which type of kernel we require? UC kernel means Unicode kernel and NFW means NetWeaver. So this is the asking of the NetWeaver database kernel file. And which file we need to select? Here look, system asking label.asc or labelx.ids.asc. So you just click here. Now you need to select from the here. So make sure don't confuse with the two kernels and don't select a wrong kernel file, otherwise it will give the error in the middle of the installation. So make sure and check the proper entries. Now click on the next. If your file selection okay, then system will next. If you have a selected wrong file, then your system will give an error here. So system going on next stage means you have selected right file. Now what system is asking? SAP Sybase ASC. SAP Sybase ASC is the database. In database what we have to do? We have to select label.asc. Look. So now just go into the same folder wherever you placed and just select label.asc. Now click on the next. Now you have some question like what is the inside of label.asc? In label.asc nothing but they have mentioned one version number. Based on this version number, system will automatically identify other files. So in label.asc only the mentioned version number, nothing else. You can check here label.asc, open in your system and then you can check it like this. Look what mentioned SAP kernel 7.20. So this is the automatically file and number mapping. So system automatically track the number and choose the file. Now the main important This is the SAP ECC6 with EHP6 installation. So now system was asking installation export number 1. So you have to select from the same folder with the this label.asc file. So don't confuse, and all the files name label.asc, but file media and place will be the different. So don't give any same file in the everywhere. Now this is the very big file. So first I am just going to extract here. So in this video I have covered extraction step. So if you are downloading from the SAP website, then your file should become like this. Why? Because they have this is the very big source. So they are extracting this file in the different part. So here what you have to do, just double click on the first file. All the remaining parts system will automatically match. Look, we just click on the double click on the first file. Now system will ex automatically extract this one and take the file. And I am humble request, please like, share and subscribe this video also. This is nowadays like, share and subscribe is common, and everyone knows if you video like, then definitely people will like it. But now I am just keeping this portion because this taking too much time. After successfully extraction, you will get the two folder. This is the for export 1 and 2 means export 2. Okay, so now system asking what export 1. So you have to click on the folder number 1 and select the file label.asc. Okay, now we will click on for next. So next also you have to select the same file label.asc but from the second folder. Don't make confusion, don't select the wrong file, else it will give an error. Now click on the next. Our system is checking. This message channel subscribe search on YouTube. This was our old name, Share Knowledge SAP. Unfortunately, this channel discontinued and we started a new channel. It's called PitCia IT. And you can even type in the SAP PitCia IT, PitCia IT, SAP, whatever in the Google, you can get it. Now the another is system is asking kernel NW720 were a kernel file. Okay, so you need to select. This is different kernel. Initially we have selected NetWeaver kernel. This is the different kernel file. So you have to just select as per showing in the video file. One kernel is for database and another kernel is for system, means application. Similarly, both kernel file look like same. First one was UC kernel, this is without UC kernel. Now system coming on the pop-up of DAA. DAA means diagnostic agent, diagnostic host agent. So in the new system, DAA is different. You need is optional. If you want to install, then you can. But in this system, DAA connected with the SAP system. So here it will automatically install. You not required to separately. So in this step, you don't do anything. You have to just click on the next button. And what is the DA and everything, then I have already made a video on the DA installation and what is the meaning, why we use DAA, all they have separately created a video. I will put in the link in the DA so you can get it check. Now system asking DAA folder not available on the same path, can system create, and also in the one file system automatically add this parameter, so we have to give the yes. Now system asking registration, SLD registration. What SLD? SLD means if your system connect with solution manager. If you have existing solution manager in industry, then you have to click on register in new in existing. But if you are installing in a home system, or if you are creating sandbox and no need to connect solution manager, then here you have to click on the no SLD. So here we will select no SLD. SLD means system landscape directory, nothing else. It is important only for if you are connecting with solution manager. Now it's parameter screen. Parameter screen means your setup and whatever inputs you require for before installation all completed. Now you can just go through your whatever you have selected. So here what we have to select, parameter mode is typical. What our system name is SMM. What is the installation drive? D drive. And what we have selected for domain, password. If you want to change anything, then just click here and just if you click here and then just go on the revise button, so it will automatically go back to the same screen. So here you just verify before starting the installation. If you want to change anything, then you can get it from here. This is the parameter screen actually, whatever you have selected. So this is the system asking last time, are you sure you want to do this setting for installation? If yes, then system will go for installation. If you want to change anything, then you need to click on the checkbox, and yeah, after checkbox system will go on to the revise button. Now look, this is whatever we have selected. This is the here just parameter summary. Now if you have some confusion or wondering like how system selected E drive and everything, so if you selected custom option, then you need to give all the options manually. But if you have click on the typical option, then system will automatically make the partition from their side, like ASI base SMM. This folder structure system will automatically create. Like data device size we have to give 88 GB, log device size we have to give 10 GB, data device for SAP tool to use. If you are going in the custom, then you need to manually all the ports. But if you are going in the typical, then system automatically create partitions and drive based on your system setting. Now this is only parameter review. Now you can check it, and I am suggesting before starting installation you should take the screenshot of this screen. So if you require any later on any some change what you have to input, then you can get it. Now you have to just click on the next button. Now after next button, your installation is going to start. Now this is the total 54 phases. System will create one by one all the phases like create user, install common file, unpack and everything. One more thing, here once installation start, your drive will create the folder look like that. You can check in your system also when you start the installation. And don't worry, I already provided installation media, so you can follow the same practice. And if you want to do some experiment, then you can do it. And already number of lots of people successfully able to install. So if you require any help, then you can just put in the comment box. You can get the help of the other people also, and definitely I will also give the answer. Now look, system is going. Now it's a stage is setup database server software. This stage will take a time. In this type, if you get any some error or something like that, then first attempt what you have to do, if you get any error, then first attempt you have to just click on the retry button. So sometime if you click on the retry button, system automatically identified the error. Means why retry button I am just suggesting. Sometime if you ever we have a old we have a local system, or we have not a system like any industry's powerful system. So if you click on the retry button, then system will automatically, if space related issue, then automatically adjust. Look, like that. This is the error. Okay. So if you are getting error on this page, then you just click on the retry button. If also I will show you how to check a log. Now the another thing I want to show you in the runtime, like this is the portion, but if you want to check, like in the SAP installation, some phases like 34, number 35, at this time take too much time in the same percentage, like 34 version, 34 stage, it will take 1 hour, 2 hours. So in this time, if suppose if you feel like a system hang, so at that time you just check this screen. Here you can get the runtime process. Look, this is the data written in the system, like E drive, D drive, you can get it, all the information. Look, this is the installation is going on, like you can check it, right file, right written is something on the right side. So it means system is not hang, but in the backend system is working. Look, still the phase number 10 is running. So in this situation, what you have to feel, system is going on the hang? No, system is working, but it taking a time. Now the I am just going the this is the very important step. Number of people, not number of, more than 90 people, more than 90% people are getting issue while installation and they don't know how to check a log. So I am just going the path how to check a log. If you're getting any error, then you have to go on this path. This is some long path, but you have to follow. Now you have to just come on the SAP INST file. Look, this is the SAP INST. So just click on the SAP INST file and you will get the what detailed, and if you're stuck on somewhere else, then why you are stuck in, system will show the message. Based on the message, you have to check like that. This is the log of the file. In this file, system mentioned on all the steps. So you have to read here if you get any error. So this step you need to check thoroughly, and still it is the 11th number steps. Now 12. So this is very big installation. So I am just clearing. I am just stopping this video here because this will take 8 hours, 9 hours. Okay, installation. Now one more thing I want to show you, which I already missed one before starting the video. Okay, this is the actually our older share knowledge group. So new group is PitCia IT. So you just follow the PitCia IT. Now I want to show you one error. So now after successfully completion, you will get the message like that. Now these steps you need to follow before starting the installation. No problem, this will not impact your SAP installation, but before starting SAP, after successful installation, you have to follow these steps. Otherwise, your system could be hang. So what we have to open, just go into your local group policy and just mention the message secpool secpool.msc. This is the mandatory steps. Then open the local policies. Then click on the security options. Now come down and just check user account control run administrator approval mode. So in your system it will be enabled. So you need to disable it. After disable, need to system reboot. After reboot, just start the SAP. This step you have to follow before starting the SAP, not SAP installation. Okay. So after successful SAP installation or before starting SAP installation, you need to do one time. After one time, issue will be resolved. Also, one more thing I want to clear here. There are lots of people are asking, they are getting a host file DNS error. DNS. So in this DNS error, what you have to do, just make set your IP address static and entry and make entry in your host file. Okay. After host file, you will not get DNS error. And after this, already 5 to 6 type of common errors, which I already created in one separate video and which is also in the English language. So you can get it. All the links and all the important video link I will put in the description box. So you can get it. And don't worry, I have already provided installation media as well, ECC6 with EHP6, ECC6 with EHP8. All the medias, you can follow the same steps. Either it could be ECC6 version or either could be EHP6 with EHP8 version. All the installation is same steps.